All right, guys, welcome everyone. It has been 6 months, six months. What am I saying? 6 weeks since I've commentated for you guys. Well, PGR, of course. And usually on Sundays, I don't commentate because, well, I'm only on Tuesdays there. But today it's going to be a one-time thing for the Legacy tier. I hope everyone is having an amazing evening. Today it's going to be Bahrain. It's going to be season 6 round 4, if I'm not mistaken, and it's going to be Bahrain. So yeah, I mean the Bahrain International Circuit is always a good track to make an overtake on. Let's go straight into previous race. Let me get everything sorted right here. Previous race, we saw a race on Silverstone, of course, where Rockstalker Fan Curve took P1, the German guy. And then the Dutch guy Reno Wenting in P2 and Jay Tyler, well, on his own track, he got a P3, so that's not too bad if you think about it. Well, Silverstone, always a good track to race on, so is Bahrain. So yeah, actually the calendar is filled with good tracks, not some weird tracks. So yeah, I mean, what can I say about it? It's always good. Bahrain. The Bahrain International Circuit. Well, Bahrain has a population of 1.5 million, million people, and the first race was in 2004, so almost 20 years ago. The track has been there for a long time already, but it's such an amazing track. You will be able to see it later at the track layout. I made the new designs for you guys to be able to see. And actually, I did some research on this track. It seems like J Haas 888 has won this Grand Prix the most time in PGR. Actually, he has won it once. And also, it's Milan 99 or 91 or 92, whatever his name is. But I'm not too sure if it's the same. It's Milan that is in the server right now. So, uh, well, it doesn't really matter. I put J Haas on there. Milan, if you're still in the league, uh, you're having a mention. So, well, because there's only one race ever done on this, well, two races on this track in PGR. I don't have any data on the fastest qualifying lap and the fastest lap in the race. So unfortunately, I cannot give you that information. So right now, you guys are able to see the track. It's going to be a short quali, a sprint race, and a 50% race today. Usually they do a full qualifying and a 50% race afterwards. But today, I mean, it's a sprint race, so sprint race on Bahrain is a good idea. Great decision. As you can see right now on the left side of your screen, you're going into turn 1, turn 2, a good overtaking opportunity when starting this race. Well, lap 1, lap 2 doesn't really matter. Turn 1 is always a good overtaking opportunity. Turn 11 is also a good one, but you have to be next to it, next to the person right in front of you. But you do have DRS on that little straight. And going into turn 12, it's a difficult one. Turn 13 is also a difficult one, but here on the little straight, you will be able to have a lot of exit speed and then might make a move onto the main straight if you're close enough to the guy in turn 14, 15. And then, of course, you got start finish straight. So it's always a good. Well, you have many overtaking opportunities. Usually, I let you know the overtaking opportunities, but also here in sector 1, I think this is sector 2 already. You've got those S's. It's difficult to make an overtake through there, but if you're next to him, I mean, it's worth a shot. I mean, especially here in turn 8, hard braking zone, hard sector to overtake, but it's worth a shot if you have the pace around here. Track length is going to be 5.4 kilometers, and then you've got a total race distance of 156.9 kilometers. Of course, this is not sprint or qualifying included, so this is only the 50% race. Strategy prediction wise, we are looking at a medium hard or a soft hard, hard medium or hard soft. Safety car possibility is not that high, neither is the tire degradation rate, and neither is the tire overheating probability, so it's a bit in the middle. But yeah, I mean, is any strategy can work around here. So if you want to go for a medium hard, it could work. If you go for a soft hard, it could work. We are seeing a lot of PSGL drivers do a soft hard on any track. So yeah, it's definitely worth a shot. And then we will be having an interview right away, but I need to join the lobby first. So we will be right back with you. Yeah, I will see you guys in a second. All right, guys, I would like to thank Manic for joining the comms box, whatever you want to call it. Manic is going to play Blame the Game today. Manic, welcome.
Hi. How's everyone going?
Yeah. All right. So we don't have much time because Manic is actually going to start his qualifying soon. So I'm going to explain the rules real quick. You will be getting 10 questions in 100 seconds. Once the 100 seconds are done, you're not able to answer any more questions except for the last question I've asked. You can get multiple. So, for example, if all your 10 questions are answered, but one is wrong or like 5 are wrong, I'm going to just continue saying them, and you can give multiple answers till the 100 seconds are done. The only answers that are possible are the list I've given you. You guys in the chat are also able to see it on screen on the right side. And I think that's it. So I'm going to ask you 10 questions, and then you can just start saying. So the timer will start once the first question is asked. Are you understanding everything?
Yep, ready to go.
All right, here we go. Which driver has most recently put his gamertag in PSN names channel?
Out of these drivers of the list you've sent me, who has most recently put their name in there? I'm going to go with. Oh, this might be a trick question. I'm going to go with Karkinzo.
Wrong. Which driver went on holiday to Bulgaria?
Oh, God. Matthew Martin?
Wrong. Who has the last? Who was the last one to put a message in the reveal night channel?
And the reveal night channel. Oh, my God. Jay?
Wrong. Who has won the season opener in Elite?
Who won the season? Oh, me.
Correct. Which driver
Yay.
had pole in France in the evolution tier?
Who did what? Sorry, who had
Which,
pole in Evo?
yes, in France.
Uh, pole in Evo. God, Chicken and Blunts.
Correct. Which driver on this list has scored the most points in all division during this season?
Scotty's not there. God damn it.
20 more seconds.
Hilly.
Haley, correct. Which driver has a total of 51 points in Elite this season?
Ratibus.
Wrong. Which driver has a turtle on as his profile picture on Discord?
That's a turtle.
All right, so the
oh my God,
timer
what a
went
random
off.
question.
This
That's
is
good.
your last question you can answer.
Okay, who has a turtle? No, you're having me on here. Rob Williams.
That is correct. So you had 4 questions correct. That is actually not too bad. That is
I
actually
thought I
not too
did
bad.
all.
Congratulations. Actually, from the 8 questions you got 4 correct, so that's 50%.
I'll take it.
All right. Thank you for participating. Well, as you know, the winner of this little game in all leagues I'm doing will get a prize. We will see if that's going to be you at the end of the season.
No worries. Have a good stream, Thomas.
All
I'll
right.
catch you later.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. So that was Manic. I'm going to be completely honest with you, he did fucking amazing. By the way, thank you guys all for the follows. I think the race is going to be starting in a couple of seconds. It is actually not. We're still waiting for a couple of guys, but I can just keep on talking with you guys. I mean, how is everyone doing this evening? I mean, this game is such a difficult game. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even think he was going to like Chicken and Blunts was a complete guess, and then Hilly was also a guess, and I think Rob Williams was a guess too, or maybe he googled it. I'm not 100% sure, but it was fair play to him, and like it was amazing. I'm gonna set everything correct for the stream. I will see you guys in a couple of minutes whenever the lobby is gonna start. I have no idea. But bear in mind, it's the first time I'm gonna be playing this game, and I'm gonna be commentating this game. It's been 6 weeks because I've been on a 6-week vacation, so the commentary might be a little bit scrappy, but still. Yeah, we'll be right back with you guys. All right, guys, here we are for the Bahrain Grand Prix Season 6 Round 4 of PGR Power Grid Racing. It has been a long time since I've spoken to you guys, of course. I mean, 6 weeks of vacation is a bit too much, in my opinion. But I'm back again, all ready to go, and it might be a little bit rusty, or whatever you want to call it, but I mean, that's why I did the Sunday race, just so I'm ready for Tuesday, the Tuesday division, which I always do, Champions and Elite. Today it's going to be Legacy. I think the Legacy tier is filled with PSGL drivers. Well, a lot of PSGL drivers. And then, of course, my buddy at Transic. Woo! And Transic in the Red Bull today. I'm definitely not biased. Go on, Transic. He doesn't have a teammate. Wow. But, as you guys can see on the left side of your screen, D Morts is P1 in the drivers, followed by Rockstar Curve. I'm just going to call him Rockstar Curve. I'm just gonna call him Rockstar. Fuck this. Come on, Rockstar. And then P3 is Mali. Mali, the Alfa Romeo driver. As you can see, Alfa Romeo being in P1 in the constructors, and then followed by McLaren and Aston Martin. No, it's not Aston Martin. It is indeed Aston Martin. Aston Martin, who have what's his name? Real Potty, the Irish driver, as their main man. You guys can already see a couple of guys on track today as we're looking at Yaram, the Aston Martin driver, on the soft tires. We're probably going to see a lot of soft tires today because, of course, it's a short qualifying instead of a full qualifying. Usually with the full qualifying, a lot of guys are going for a medium as their first stint just to save some soft tires. It seems like there's a little bit of a sandstorm here in Bahrain. It seems to be all good. It's the F123 game, the first stream I do on the F123 game, and of course I hope the graphics are a little bit better than they used to be, or like the safety cars and all of those glitches, because on the F122 game it was a little bit shit. But hopefully, I've heard some good things about the F123 game, so hopefully we're not going to have too many glitches on this. Well, on this round 4 of season 6. Yaram right now trying to warm up his tires. I'm gonna have a quick look with the POV. I hope the quality of the sound is all good, as I just bought myself a new microphone. Coming around the last couple of corners here in the Bahrain International Circuit, as he's taking a lot of curb on the outside to have a good exit coming out of the last curve. And then, of course, the main straight, DRS and ERS enabled. We might be able to get the telemetry on. And there we go. It seems like he's going into the first corner without taking any curb on the outside. Into third, into fourth. With the use of DRS, he's going to have some good straight line speed. Takes a lot of curb on the outside. Going into turn 4. Into fourth. Well, turn 4 into fourth. That's quite ironic. And then into the SS. Beautifully done by the Aston Martin driver on these soft tires. Seems like he isn't really struggling. He might have put a lot of practice in. And we can definitely see that here. Doesn't seem like he has... Oh, wait, I didn't put the track map on yet, because otherwise we are not able to see if he has purple sectors, of course. Into sector 2 right now. Turn 11. Quite a difficult one, because you can easily overshoot that corner. Right now, turn 12, turn 13, which is always in F123. In F122, it was always a difficult one to nail, because if you nailed it too much, you would easily spin around there. So that's not what happened here with Yaram, as he comes around the last corner, down the main straight, full throttle. And he didn't have a lot of ERS left, only 13%, as he puts a 128.2 on the board. Let's have a quick look with the driver champion at this point of the season. Of course, it's still early in the season. I think we're doing about 12 races. We're currently in round 4. But of course, I mean, if you're already ahead by a couple of points during the first stage of the season, you're looking pretty good. for the rest of the season because it shows some good consistency as he's coming around the penultimate straight to drain some of his batteries still on the start-finish straight, and that is going to be a 129.1, so not too shabby for D Morts as the McLaren driver puts himself in P4. Unfortunately, let's have a quick look with G-Mac, as he is also a pretty fast driver. It seems like he is P6 in the Drivers' Championship, and he's right behind his teammate. So either he might have given his teammate a tow. He didn't actually. His teammate is letting him through right now, which is not very smart if you think about it, because there is going to be a long straight here after turn 10. And of course, you need all of the slipstream you can to be a little bit faster on a quali lap. Of course, during the actual F1, you're not seeing that too much, but F1 esports, you're seeing a lot of teammates who give their teammate a tow down the main straight or down the main straight. And usually I would say it's better to do it on the start-finish straight when you're coming around the last corner to start your fast lap, but I didn't think Mali did that here for G-Mac. But I do think that G-Mac is going to put a crazy time on the board right now. These guys have to remind themselves it's only going to be one qualifying of 18 minutes here. And he puts himself in P3, a 128.6, which is not too bad, only 4 tenths away from Yaram. I'm not too sure if Yaram is actually a... if he has a... what's it called? Full-time seat. Because I haven't seen him in any races yet. Last week I was in Venice and I was watching the qualifying from Gregor's stream, and I mean, I didn't see Yaram there, so I'm not seeing him in the standings either. So either he is just a very fast driver, but he doesn't do much on track except for crashing, or otherwise he's just a reserve driver and he's putting a good performance on here. F-Star is gonna... not too sure what he's weaving for. He came across the line with a 131.3, and then he started weaving, so he cannot do another qualifying lap on this stint, I'm afraid, as he's letting the Aston Martin driver go past. That might be Poddy, my apologies. Poddy, apologies. That's a tongue twister. Ozen, who didn't succeed to put a lap in. Unfortunately, he crashed out. But he's still on track, he's still good to go, but of course this lap is not going to be a fast lap anymore, because when you crash out of a corner, or when you go off track and you have track limits, you cannot complete your lap anymore. So he's either going to come into the pits, which he probably is, because he's been on these soft tires for full lap already. And usually when you're on soft tires, you just want to get the best out of them, and just one lap qualifying, you know. You're not going to do 5 laps on a soft tire in qualifying, because the soft tires are worse degradation-wise than the mediums and the hards, which you guys probably know already. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this stream. But of course, 2 laps is maybe doable, but 3 is definitely a no-go, because you will be 5 tenths slower on those soft tires. And you can definitely see that in the actual race. If drivers go on the softs at the beginning of the race, they are usually very fast coming off the grid, like coming off the starting line, and then of course 3 laps later they're trailing by about 2 seconds. So Toss myself put himself in P6, which is not too bad, right behind Poddy. They're only separated by 4 hundredths. So yeah, it's going to be a great battle, I think, between top 6, if you ask me, top 7 maybe, because there is a 3/10 difference between Mali and D-Morts. But I do expect T-Morts to put a little bit more, well, to put a little bit more pace in his qualifying lap, next lap. Because right now, 129.1 for the championship leader is not looking too great. And I do think, I mean, D-Morts, he has been great this season already. And to only put a P8 in qualifying, I don't think that's going to work out for him, because his main rival in the championship, Rockstar, I'm just going to call him Rockstar, guys. fuck this. Rockstar, he is a P2 with a 128.4. So in qualifying only, he is 7/10 faster. If you think about that in a race, that is the race is going to be. Let me have a quick think. I think it's going to be 29 laps. So if you think about 29 times 7/10, that's about 22 seconds on average. So if you take that in mind, from start to finish, you're going to have a 22-second difference. So yeah, that's really crazy. I mean, of course, you have to think the strategy. And of course, one lap pace is different from race pace, because it could be that D-Mort is way more consistent and puts the same lap every lap. For example, if he puts a 129.5 every lap, he's going to be way faster than a Rockstar who puts a 129 in one lap and then a 130 in another lap. That's the consistency I'm talking about, and I think it's very crucial that, especially in Bahrain, that you're consistent. Because Bahrain is a circuit where you're going to have a lot of DRS trains, where you're going to have a lot of slipstream. You're going to lose some time through the corners if you're sticking right behind the guy in front of you. So yeah, it's important to keep your consistency on top here in Bahrain and just make a move whenever it's suitable. So for example, you're not going to make a move into turn 10 because although I'm not sure if you guys have seen the Bahrain Grand Prix of the actual F1, but we saw Alonso make a very beautiful move into turn 10 on Hamilton, which is like a little bit of a switchback. I'm not too sure how we should call it, but it was absolutely amazing. And Tronzik, who now comes across the line. Actually, on Tronzik, he has been on a great form in the Champions tier, but if you think about it, in Tronzik a year ago, he wasn't that serious into league racing or racing at all. Where he is at right now, I mean, I've streamed a league where he was in, I think it was IRC. He joined that one. No, I made him join that one. Which actually, how did we meet each other? I think it was through IRC. But of course, he joined that league, and then he was at the top, but I wouldn't say he was one of the best. And then he started improving, and then all of a sudden he was P1, P2 in a championship. And I mean, he was always battling with the fastest guy on there, and I think that was Tam Shadow at the time. But right now, being in the fastest division in this league, both in the champion division on Tuesday and in the legacy division on Sundays, it's crazy to think that he's only been league racing seriously for about a year. And I mean, I know drivers who have been on this game since 2015. That's already eight years. My brother has been racing since 2005. Not with a wheel, of course, because there were no wheels at that moment of time. But of course, you got that F1 feel already. And I don't think Tronzik had that feel when he was getting into league racing. But of course, it seems like he has the feel right now, being able to compete with the top guys at the top leagues, at the top divisions. I think he is currently P3 or P4 in the drivers' championship in Champions. So props to him. But right now, looking at GMAC, who's probably on a fast lap, I think 128.6, which is not too bad. But if he can get a couple of tens off that time, he might be able to put himself in the top 3. We are looking at Aurora Suarez, who's currently in P3. He was expected to be the fastest one on here, as he put the fastest lap on the time trial. But it seems like he doesn't get to beat Rockstar and Yarman. I mean, Yarman, he is a clear P1 if you ask me. I mean, 500s is not that much if you think about it, but still, it's quite a bit on Bahrain. And then of course Rockstar and Suarez, who are only separated by 200s. But I mean, we don't only have to talk about the front tier, the front grid. We can also talk about the back of the grid, which is going to be Ozen Tomaten Mark. He's either Turkish, or he's either German. Because Tomaten means tomatoes. And I know it's German, Dutch. Is it actually Turkish? Tomaten. But Ozen is a Turkish name, so he might be a Turkish German. There we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna put any nationality on anyone, of course, but Ozen Tomaten. Coming around the last couple of corners, I think that was turn 14 going into turn 15. No, that was turn 13. This is turn 14 and 15, of course. As you can see on the video I made earlier, Ozen Tomaten coming around the last corner right now. He's not coming into the pit, so that means he was on a fast lap. And he put a 130.0, which puts him one position ahead of F-Star. Only in P13. There's still room for improvement for the AlphaTauri driver. It seems like everyone is in the pits right now. Everyone is waiting to come across the line. It seems like my game is glitched. Network cable unplugged. That is fucking bullshit. All right, we will be right back with you. All right, guys, welcome back. My apologies. We are able to look at the qualifying results finally. Well, unfortunately, I mean, we weren't able to see that last lap battle between whoever. But it seems like Yarman was P1, Rockstar in P2, and Suarez in P3. Then we've got Potty in P4 and GMEC to finish off P5. Further, we've got Toss My Salad and Transic, Sticky, Reno, Mini Gold, Godbold, whatever, Mini Gold, Mali, D-Mort, Ozen, and F-Star. It doesn't seem like D-Mort feels very confident on this track as he's 1.1 seconds behind. But Yarman, a 127.9, only 36 hundredths, thousands away from Rockstar. And then we've got Suarez trailing by 3/10, Poddy 4/10, and then GMAC 6/10. So the guys are pretty close to each other, only 600ths between Toss My Salad and Intronsic. So I know Intronsic, his time trial was a 129, so he has improved quite a bit here on this track, this lap, of course. Yeah, of course, congratulations to Yarman, and it doesn't seem like it's raining in Bahrain. There we go. I mean, I don't think it ever rained in Bahrain, only these simulated things, you know, sometimes they have to simulate for the crops and all that kind of stuff to grow. So I know they do it in Dubai and Bahrain, and in Abu Dhabi. Because a buddy of mine lives in Abu Dhabi, and sometimes they've got some crazy storms. But yeah, if anyone of this stream, well, if you're watching the stream and you're thinking, oh, I want to join this league, make sure to head to my panels and you will be able to find, oh, wait, you will be able to, oh, yeah, you would be able to find the, oh, wait, it is already lights out and away we go as there is no formation lap. Here we go. Oh, no. Wait, what is this? Ah, there we go. All right. It's lights out and away we go for Bahrain. It's the sprint race with Yarman in P1, Rockstar in P2, and Suarez already in P3. It looked like he was going to get overtaken by GMAC and Potty. Potty does take P3 here. Suarez, who lost one position as he's currently in P4, trying to get that P3 position back. GMAC in P5, and then we've got Toss My Salad in P6. Doesn't look like anyone has severe damage. And Transic, who has to leave a gap of 6/10 to the guy behind. Mali is going to make an overtake on Intronsic. It seems like it. D-Mort takes a position from Reno Wentic. So does F-Star. And it doesn't look like Stiggy had the best race start here in Bahrain. Lap 1, the sprint race. Mali pretty close to Intronsic right now. Tries to make a move down the inside, but it doesn't look like that's going to work. Mini MP9 was pretty close to G. There is a Williams going off track, but it doesn't look like he has severe damage or anything. Stiggy, who gets past Reno Wentic, let's go back to the front as it seems like there's a two-way battle between Rockstar and Yarman. Of course, Potty needs to leave a little bit of a room of 9/10 in between himself and Rockstar, but he has his hands full with Suarez and GMAC right on his tail. Potty, who has an 8/10 gap to Suarez, which is not too bad. And let's have a quick look what tire everyone is on. It seems like everyone is on mediums except for F-Star. Yarman with the fastest lap. That is quite logic. And then we have got Rockstar down the inside here in turn 1. And that is going to be a move. Easily done. The Haas driver thought, fuck this shit. I'm just going to throw it down the inside. Reno Wenting in the pit lane. He retired, unfortunately. So he will be starting from the back of the grid. Yarman was looking to make a move down the inside. It didn't work out. He's still on the tail of the Haas driver right now. Two-way battle as Potty is trying to get back to his teammate to help him out, but it doesn't seem at the pace that these guys are running right now that he's going to get any closer at the moment. Suarez, who has to give that position to GMAC. We're going to have a quick look with the position changes. Suarez, who has already lost 2, doesn't look too great. Mali, the Alfa Romeo driver, who's gained 3. And I think point-wise, we are looking at 16 points for P1, 15 points for P2, and then all the way to P14, who gets 1 point, of course. No, it's actually 3 points. No, 2 points. I'm not too sure. 3 points. It might be 3 points. Everyone being pretty close to each other, but it's very remarkable that F-Star chose those soft tires to start with, because of course, I mean, I'm not too sure if soft tires are lasting till the end of the race. It seems like everyone has gone for mediums. Rockstar Fan Curve, who now has the fastest lap on the board of 130.7. Of course, with that overtake on Yarman, that helped pretty well, but I do expect some other guys to have faster laps, because we're just starting the race, and of course you have to take that overtake into consideration whenever you're having a fastest lap. Like we saw Rockstar making a move on Yerman. There's a couple of tens who went off his time right there. Now Intronsic, who seemed to make a move on Toss My Salad. Mali was looking to make a move into turn 4, but it doesn't look like that's going to be working on the Mercedes driver. Now into the S's, as there is a 4-way battle between Intronsic, Toss My Salad, Mali, and Minigold. And as they're right on each other's tail, it seems like D-Mort is trying to get a couple of positions here, because of course he has to defend his P1 in the championship. As you know, I mean, the guys here during the sprint race are getting a lot of points if they get P1, and I think if this is going to be the results of the sprint race, Rockstar will be provisional P1 in the standings. So D-Morts definitely has to get some more positions on the board. As you can see, Mali right on the tail of Toss My Salad, and the Mercedes driver has to leave a little bit of a gap to Intronsic, who seems to be defending the inside line, but it wasn't really needed, as Intronsic, I mean, he's not getting overtaken anyway, as Mali is being busy with Toss My Salad right on the tail, needs to brake a little bit earlier so he doesn't get into the back of the Mercedes driver. Now down the main straight, they will have DRS as they're all already past lap 3, but Toss My Salad also has the DRS, and it seems like Yarman has overtaken Rockstar again. Mali down the inside into turn 1, and they got a little bit closer to Intronsic, of course, with the use of DRS. Is Toss My Salad going to be able to make that move again on the Haas driver? Let's have a quick look. No, it seems like Mali has some great straight line speed here. Mini, who makes the move on D-Morts, who probably made the move down the main straight with the use of DRS, but D-Morts lost the position again to Mini Gold with the use of DRS. I mean, Bahrain is a good circuit to overtake with the use of DRS, and I mean, if you don't have much DRS, I think you're a little bit you're not having a lot of advantages if you don't have the DRS. As you can see here, Yarman, who doesn't have the DRS, but Rockstar does have the DRS. But of course, he's going to be waiting till the main straight, because then, of course, if you overtake down the main straight, or like the straight after turn 3, you're going to be golden, because mainly you can just, the guy behind you has dirty air, and if you go through the S's, the guy behind you has dirty air, right? So he's going to lose time. Whenever he's going to lose time, you might be able to get a little bit of a gap so that the guy behind you isn't going to have DRS anymore. As you can see right now, Rockstar down the main straight. There's a lot of sand on track right now. He's going to use the DRS. He's going to go down the inside. Yarman doesn't really have to defend the inside line, as Rockstar was not able to get there. It seems like Mali has made the move on Intronsic down the inside. Intronsic is going to be battling for it, but unfortunately, he is not able to defend that position or get the switchback to work. Toss My Salad, who has lost 2 positions actually, 1 to Intronsic, 1 to Mali, and he's looking to make those positions back again. Rockstar right behind Yarman. He was not able to make that move down the main straight, but he's looking to make a move here, maybe coming out of turn 10. Of course, the medium tires, how long do they last on this game? It's the first race I stream on this race, and I want to know whether the tires are lasting long, because I mean, you see F-Star with those soft tires. He's already trailing by 2 seconds though, but he gained 2 positions, as it looks like Sticky might be able to get a little bit closer, but that's not something we're going to be looking at. Rockstar still in P2, looking to make a move on Yarman. Coming into turn 13 down the main straight, if you have some good exit speed, you might be able to make a move into turn 14, like I said already. But it doesn't look like Rockstar is trying to make that move work. Now down the main straight, he's not that close actually, 3 tenths only, but with the use of DRS, it's gonna be enough. Yaman seems to be defending the inside line, but we saw a little bit of a swerve there from the Aston Martin driver. And that might be a small penalty or warning for the Aston Martin driver. As you could see, Yaman kind of defending the middle of that track, and Rockstar didn't really know where to go. He went to the left side of the track. Then Yaman took a little bit of a swirl to the left side, then went to the right side again, and Rockstar just thought he was going to cut off his line, but he didn't, and then he turned to the right side. So Rockstar, I don't think he got a lot of damage from that, but it's looking like he's making a gap to Yaman. 6/10. Yaman needs to have the DRS here, which he does, but only 8/10 difference. So it's looking like a threat here for the Aston Martin driver, as GMAG BTW is right behind him. Potty might be a crucial factor here too, as it's gonna be a sandwich for the Alfa Romeo driver, as P2 and P4 are currently Aston Martin drivers, and whenever they're getting a little bit closer to the Aston Martin driver, we might be seeing Alfa Romeo driver, we might be seeing some team play coming into play. Rockstar, who has created a gap of 9.6/10, it's not enough to not create any DRS for Yaman, but Rockstar might be able to create a gap big enough after Sector 2, because he has been on some great pace here. D Morts is currently in P8. He is going to score about 8 points, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 7. And if you think about it, that's a 9-point difference. How much do they difference in the Drivers' Championship? It seems like it's only 5. So Rockstar, if these are the provisional results, he is going to be getting that P1 in the Drivers' Championship. But of course, P1 in an actual race gets 50 points. So that's something you have to think about. But I'm not too sure because the rules have changed, right? In the actual F1, whenever there is a sprint race and the actual race, the actual race starting grade is the qualifying results. So I'm not too sure if that's the same here, or is it still the sprint results. I will need to do some research on that, as we're seeing Thomas myself right next to the Alfa Romeo driver. They're going side by side into turn 11, but it seems like Mali still took that position. D Mort is looking to make a move on the Mercedes driver. Mercedes driver defending the inside line. D Mort's now looking to have a good exit coming out of that corner into turn 14, 15. And then, of course, with the use of DRS and make that move. It seems like he has good straight line speed. Let's have a look how his exit is coming out of this corner. It doesn't look like that's too great. G-Mac defending the inside line. Then we got Toss My Salad with an interesting move down the inside. But I don't think D-Mort's got any damage out of it. Now looking to make a move into turn 1. Is he going to make that move work? It seems like it. D-Mort defending the inside position. Oh, the Alfa Romeo driver with a little bit of a snap. I think he had contact with D-Morts there, but Toss My Salad just said, thank you. Let me get that position. And now Mali is trailing by 1.5 seconds here. Toss My Salad having a heated battle with D-Morts, and I do have to give my props to Antronzik, who's currently still in P5, battling with these PSGL drivers, and it's looking great for the Red Bull driver. Maybe we're going to be seeing D-Morts, the drivers' champion, here, getting a little bit closer to the Red Bull driver, but that's a story for later. There's still 2 more laps on the board, 2 seconds of a difference, so we might be seeing Antronzik still in P1. Let's get back to the front, as we've got Rockstar still defending that P1 position. But I mean, Yaman, he's not giving up. He is a biter. You know, in the darts, I'm a really big darts fan. For everyone who doesn't really know me too well, I'm a big darts fan. So whenever someone is behind, let's say they have to win 15 legs, right? And he's behind 12-6. And he's not giving up, and he's getting back. We call him a biter or a fighter. And I think that's what we see today here with Yaman, who is in P2. He was looking to get out of that DRS 1 second. But of course, right now, right on the tail of the Haas driver. And it seems like G-Mac has his hands full with Potty. Potty, who's trying to give his teammate a helping hand. battling with the Alfa Romeo driver, and I do have to give props to him, to Real Party, because right now he's keeping the Alfa Romeo driver busy so that he doesn't get any close to Yarman, because it's a big difference to a three-way battle than a two-way battle, because a two-way battle you only have to focus on one driver, like Yarman has to do right now. He only has to focus on Rockstar. But if GMAC was close enough to Yarman, and if Potty wasn't in the picture here, he would have had to focus on two different drivers, so GMAC and Rockstar. That's not what you see today, because Potty is keeping GMAC busy, and there's a 2.4 second gap from GMAC to Yerman. So props to Potty here. In my opinion, he is driver of the sprint race. We're looking at Toss Mycella trying to make a move into turn 11, but I mean, it's a difficult move to make. Do you still have DRS there? You do, actually. You do have DRS there, so that hasn't been changed, because I know there is a track where it changed completely, like the DRS detection point and all that kind of stuff, where you don't have any DRS coming out of a certain corner, but that's definitely not the case here in Bahrain. Toss Mycella at 4/10s behind D-Morts, and we might be able to see a move, although D-Morts has some good straight line speed, so Toss Mycella is possibly not going to be able to make a move here. Or is he? He has some good straight line speed, makes that move into turn 1, and it's he just said, fuck this shit, this is easy as fuck. I'm going to make this move down the main straight before the corner is there. And thank you very much. Mali has caught up again to D-Morts and Toss Mycella, so we're going to have a three-way battle. We saw Toss Mycella defend the inside line there, but he saw that D-Morts was not close enough, so got back on the racing line to have a good exit coming out of the next corner. And it seems like Mali is a real threat for D-Morts right now. I mean, he has to keep the McLaren driver busy, because he cannot get too much positions on the grid anymore, because that means... Actually, I'm saying bullshit right now. But he needs to get that position on D-Morts as... Oh, Mali with a 3-second time penalty. That is going to be the only penalty we saw today, which is quite interesting. And there's going to be a big battle between Potty and GMAC here into Sector 2, coming into Sector 3. And this is going to be a great battle across the finish line. I mean, they're going to come around that last corner, and they're going to have DRS, and they're going to have such a good battle. But the finish line has been put very close to that corner, so even with the use of DRS, you're not going to be able to make that move work. As you can see here, Real Potty was only 3/10s behind, and now it's going to be Toss Mycella being pretty close to D-Morts. But yeah, as I said, you're not able to make that move work. Maybe here or Suarez on Mini G. Oh, this might be a move. This might be a move. It's not going to be enough. Look, that DRS detection point, when you're able to use the DRS, you're so close to the finish line that it's actually not giving you any advantage. Tomaten Mark unfortunately comes across the line with a P13. And we've got Reno Wentic, who has a DNF, unfortunately, but we saw some good battling around here. I mean, everyone stayed so close to each other. Sometimes in some leagues or in some divisions, you're able to see no one being close to no one, you know, like no one is close to each other, and then the commentary is so boring. But right now, 10 laps went past so quickly. I'm gonna go over the standings right now, the results, of course. The points on the right side are not the correct ones, so ignore those. So Rockstar is gonna get 16 points, and we've got Yerman in P2 who's gonna get 15, and then GMAC in P3 gets 14, and then all the way to 2 points or 3 points, whoever is last. I think it's Reno, but he's not going to get any points, so it's going to be Tomaten Mark. Then we've got Potty in P2, in P4, and Transic in P5. Congratulations to you. D-Morts in P6, Toss Mycella in P7, Mali in P8, Stiggy in P9, and F-Star in P10. Then we've got Mini, Suarez, Tomaten Mark, and Reno Wentic. So that is going to be your sprint race result here today in Bahrain. If you guys haven't checked out our sponsors yet, well, my sponsor is Kamayo. Well, he's not really... Well, he's kind of a sponsor, but he just gives me a lot of discounts, so I assume he's a sponsor. And then, of course, we've got Chaz Knight Rider. Well, Knight and Davy, I think his company is called. He's like a plumbing company. And he's our sponsor in PGR, so make sure to check him out if you need a plumber. If you need someone to pull the shit out of your toilet, you can always call Chaz. I think he would love to pull out your shit. That's so funny. All right. Well, Bahrain, we saw a lot of good battles already here in the sprint race. If I were myself, I would call it a day, but of course I cannot do that. So, how long does a race actually take? Is it like 45 minutes without safety cars? Is safety cars actually enabled? That's a good question. By the way, guys, if anyone is watching the stream, make sure to let me know if the quality is alright. It's going to be 5 red lights here in the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's Season 6, Round 4, and off we go. We're going to see the strategies later, but first we need to see who's going to make a move into turn 1. Maybe Yarman making a move down the inside of Rockstar. It seems like he's going side by side into turn 1, into turn 2. It's the same scenario, and into turn 3, but who has a better exit? It seems like that's going to be Yarman, but does Rockstar have the straight line speed? It does seem like it. Round the outside, he has those medium tires too, so Rockstar is a little bit in the advantage. There's contact between the two, but Yarman still gets P2. I think Potty is just going to give that position to Yarman, but we have to take a quick look at the tires. G-Max still in P4, then we've got D-Morts in P5. He made that move on Entronsic. Look very easy. P6 to Entronsic, P7 to Toss My Salad, and then we've got Mali in P8, Sticky in P9, and F-Star in P10. Not too many position changes as we are seeing Reno in P10. Actually, he gained a lot of positions. F-Star in the wall already. Not too sure what happened there, but I'm not too sure if he has any front wing damage either. So Rockstar with a 1.1 second difference to Yarman. We have to keep in mind he is on those medium tires. Other medium tire runners are D-Morts and Transic, Toss My Salad, Mali, and Sticky. And then, of course, at the back of the grid, we've got Ozen, Tomaten, and F-Star. Everyone else is using hard tires. So that's what's up right here. Position changes, we are looking at Reno with our biggest winner being 4 positions ahead of his starting position. Right now, Mali making a move. Reno, there's a lot of position changes. I think there has been an incident between Entronsic and Toss My Salad as both drivers are at the back of the grid right now. The Red Bull driver having an incident with Toss My Salad. Unfortunately, Mini is coming into the pits. He might have front wing damage. And then we've got G-Mac in P4. Right on the tail of Potty. He has been overtaken by the Aston Martin driver, but I feel like he's going to be able to make that move back, but he needs to defend on D-Morts. Because G-Mac, his teammate, Mali, is in a big championship battle with D-Mort. So if he can hold back the McLaren driver and get his teammate right in front of him, he is going to score a lot of more points than D-Morts is. So that's great for the team and also great for Mali in the Drivers' Championship. It seems like he's struggling a little bit to keep his car on track, but Mali 4/10 behind D-Morts. Right now, Reno Wentic in P8. He's trying to get any closer to Stiggy, but I feel like he's a little bit struggling out here on his hard tires. He's not able to get any closer to Stiggy, but Reno, I mean, he started in P... Wait, actually, I don't know. Let me have a quick look. He started in P6. So, yes, it is the starting position from the sprint. So he gained 6 positions already, so that's great. But if you think about it, Stiggy is the fastest driver in the championship tier. He is only in P7, so that indicates how fast this division is. And Rockstar right now puts a 131.5, which is an absolutely amazing lap. Reno looking to make a move on Stiggy. Reno, I think he's on medium tires, if I'm not mistaken. Stiggy is also on medium tires. Reno actually is on hard tires, and he's able to get way closer to Stiggy than Stiggy is to the guy in front of him, which is actually Mali. So I see there is a little bit of a pace difference between Stiggy and Mali, but Reno is trying to make this move look very easy on these hard tires right now. Into turn 4, he's looking to make a move down the inside, but he backed off. Luckily, because if that was a send from down there, it would have been a crazy move, and I don't think only Ricardo can do such things. But then, of course, you also have to use no OBS to make that work. Right now, Mali on the tail of D-Morts, 3/10 difference between the two, and D-Morts is finding himself in a Alfa Romeo sandwich. Coming into turn 10, as I do think that Mali will have DRS as they are already in lap 3 at the moment. Mini G, I'm not too sure why he came into the pit lane that early. He might have had front wing damage, or he's just going onto the hard tires and trying to last those hard tires till the end of the race. But that would be a crazy strategy if that worked out. Mali right now right on the tail of D Morts, but D Morts, he also has the DRS, so it's either gonna be GMAC getting really well, getting oh my days. It's either GMAC losing the toe of Potty that's going to give Morts the opportunity to make the overtake work, or it's going to be Morts losing the toe of GMAC, and then of course Mali can get that overtake done on the McLaren driver. And I hate the sound of these new F1 23 cars. I'm not too sure what's up with it, but it sounded a little bit strange. I don't feel like it is the real F1 sound. If you're listening on board, of course. Mali and P6 right on the tail of Morts. It doesn't look like these guys are going to be able to make a move anytime soon. And the back of the grid, they're all looking at a 2 or 3 second time difference. The only guy who's pretty close to the guy ahead is Reno on Stiggy. They're 7/10 apart. But I think the main battle is going to be GMAC and Potty. 4/10 between the two. And it seems like Potty is losing the toe of Yaram. Yaram, who started on the medium tires. He's one of the only drivers on medium tires here. No, it was Rockstar. Yeah, it was Rockstar on the medium tires. My bad. Yarman. Yarham. Am I saying Yaram? Wait. Yarham. Yaram. Yarman. Oh shit, I have to think of Arman here. Hey Arman, if you're watching the stream. GMAC right now in P4. 4/10 behind Potty, and Potty still got the DRS here. So I think Yaram just slowed down a little bit to give Potty the toe again, because of course you don't want GMAC to kind of ruin that slipstream kind of DRS thingy, because we know that Potty isn't going to overtake Yarham, but he has to defend the inside line on GMAC. And if you've got GMAC in front of Potty, it's going to be a better overtake opportunity for the Alfa Romeo driver on Yarham. And that's what you like to avoid if I was the Aston Martin drivers now. GMAC being really, really close on the tail of Potty here, as he's only 3/10 away from the Aston Martin driver. But of course, during Sector 2, it's a really hard challenge to make a move work. Maybe if you have a good exit coming out of this corner, like we're going to be seeing here, although GMAC had a little bit of a snap there. And it's going to be GMAC still in P4. We are not looking at any moves anytime soon. Maybe from Reno, who is in P8 on Stiggy. It's looking like a big challenge for GMAC or even D Morts to be able to make a move. I mean, these guys have been on a great couple of overtake streaks. GMAC, who had a good battle with Potty in the sprint race, and then D Morts, who came from P8 in the sprint race, currently in P5. So, and Transic, who had an incident with Toss My Salad. So both drivers dropped a couple of positions. Then I'm going to have a quick look with strategy predictions, because the hard tire runners can still go for soft tires at the end of the race. And I'm not too sure how the strategy prediction, well, the tire degradation is on this game. But I heard the soft tires are not lasting too long. And if you take that in consideration, the hard softs might work, but you're not going to be seeing a medium soft strategy. Maybe someone is going to be able to make a medium soft strategy work, but I don't think these guys are going to. GMAC currently in P4 as he's right on the tail of Potty. I mean, 2/10. It's basically nothing. Oh, has a little bit of a snap there. GMAC, not too sure what's up right there, but we saw that already a couple of times here from the Alfa Romeo driver, especially here in turn 8, I think it is. Ooh, D-Mart's being pretty close. As you can see, he had a little bit of snap again, and had a little bit of a snap again, and that's of course not something you like to see. F-Star seems to be in P12, but he's causing a yellow flag, and we're not seeing any safety cars yet. So it seems like, you know what the thing is with the F123 game, I heard so good things about it control-wise, so you're able to control your car way more, like setting-wise and all that kind of stuff. And these guys are really able to control their car better than they used to be, well, than they used to have on the F122 game. And that's causing less drivers to crash out, more because of incidents than just because of stupid mistakes they're making. And that's going to cause to have less safety cars, if that makes sense. GMAC now down the inside into turn 1, down the maze rate with the use of DRS. That's going to be moved on, and D Mort is looking to make a move down the inside. It's a three-way battle, and D Mort takes that P3 from GMAC, although they're going side by side into turn 1. A little bit of a touch there from the Alfa Romeo driver, but it seems like D Mort is taking that P4 from Potty. So Potty lost 2 positions in one straight, and now it's looking like D Mort is going to make a move around the outside. He's cutting the inside line off GMAC a little bit as they're going side by side into the SS. Potty all the way in P6. He got overtaken by Mali too. And then Transic has left the session. Not too sure what was up right there. Maybe he needs an invite, or maybe he just left the session. It could be that it's a connection issue. Mali right on the tail of his teammate. And if I was GMAC, Mali has those medium tires. So Mali is running a little bit faster than his teammate. So GMAC just has to let his teammate go through, because battling with your teammate on faster tires is a little bit stupid. Can I call it stupid? I'm not going to call it stupid, but it's a little bit idiotic, if you see what I mean. But I mean, if GMAC is faster than Mali, why not? But those medium tires will degrade a little bit more if you're having more dirty air, if that makes sense. So being right on the tail of your teammate is not ideal. You want to be a little bit further back, around 6 to 7 tenths, then your tires will degrade a little bit less. Because if you're right on the tail, for example, 2 to 3 tenths of the guy ahead, your tires are going to be that at the end of their stint. And I mean, that's always going to be the case. But Stiggy now made a move on Potty, and it seems like Potty is dropping back rapidly here. Lost about 4 positions in only 1 lap. You saw that Stiggy made that move look very easy on Potty, and Potty maybe has some front wing damage. We are not too sure about that. It doesn't look like it, but of course Stiggy made that move look very easy, but we had 3 medium tire runners make that move. So if you think about it, Potty, he is running a different strategy, so he's gonna have more speed or more pace at the end of the race, because he will be on medium or soft tires at the end of the race, and then he can just make that move back again on Stiggy and on Mali. Reno Wentic is on hards, so if we compare these two with each other, we're going to be seeing who is the faster driver. Is Potty really struggling on these hard tires here around Bahrain, or is he able to keep another hard tire runner right behind him? I guess we will be seeing that in the next couple of laps. Have a quick look at my Discord if anyone is complaining. Is Alpha blah blah blah. All right, nobody seems to be complaining. All good, all clean. So Reno, actually I have to say Reno because it's a Dutch name. Reno, Dutchy. I'm not too sure if you guys know it already, but I'm a Belgian, and the Belgians and the Dutch don't usually have good experiences with each other. Some do, some don't. It depends on whether the Belgian hate the Dutch hate the Belgian, or nobody hates nobody, or everyone hates everyone. Wow, that's a difficult one. It's a bit like, how do I say this? Oh, and Transic a 5-second time penalty. Oh, he comes back. Oh, wait, that's interesting. He comes back into the lobby just to have a 5-second time penalty and just retire from the session. Ha. Interesting strategy from the Red Bull driver, but doesn't really matter right now. Mali losing the toe of his teammate. He is 6-7 tenths behind GMAC, and Toss My Salad is just gonna have 1 extra position thanks to that. So, and Transic, he's not in the championship battle anyway, so he wouldn't have scored a lot of points anyway. Maybe if there was a safety car, but I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon with the racing standards these guys have. It's so clean during the Bahrain Grand Prix right now. And I mean, I steward the Legacy tier. Last week we had a couple of incidents. We might be seeing them today, but as things are looking like right now, the only thing I saw was D-Morts and Toss My... No, it was D-Morts and another driver I can't quite remember, and then it was Rockstar Fan Curve with Yarham, and this is really bad quality. I'm not too sure what's up with the screen. Is it just sand or like Stiggy? In P6, he gained a couple of positions. It seems like Ozan is getting a lot of positions on the board here. But Suarez, of course, coming into the pits. Wonder what tire he's going on. Medium tires, do they last 19 laps? That's actually a good thing to see for the other drivers if the medium tires are lasting 19 more laps. Because then they would be able to switch on to the soft tires. If you think about it, these guys did 10 laps on medium tires during the sprint race. We saw once again another slip from GMAG there. And there are 5 or 6 drivers within 1 second of each other. It's going to be D-Morts in P3, GMAG in P4, Mali in P5, and Sticky in P6. We've got Potty in P7 and Reno Wentic in P8. So that's going to be around 5 drivers, 6 drivers. There's a little bit of a gap forming between D-Morts and Yarham. 3.3 second gap, and then you've got a 4.3 second gap between Yarham and Rockstar. But if you think about it, Yarham really has some good speed around here because D-Morts is not able to get any close to the Aston Martin driver, but he is on medium tires, so it might be that these hard tires are a little bit faster at the moment because we are not sure how many laps these medium tires last, and maybe the hard tire, well, of course they last a little bit longer, but maybe the hard tires are a little bit faster right now. We are not seeing too much of a time difference between Yarham and Rockstar. Well, of a delta time that's going to be... Well, of course, delta time is going to be fluctuating. Of course, it's 4.4 right now. It might be 4.5 later. It might be 4.3 later. But we're not going to be seeing like a 4.9 or 4.10. It seems like Mali has made the move on Stiggy right there. They're still going side by side. Stiggy around the outside. It's gonna be an incident with Stiggy. I think that Mali clipped the rear. Oh wait, Body goes off the track too. What's happening to Body here? But I think that Mali kind of a reset to track. Oh, that's not allowed. Body. You naughty boy. But yeah, as I said, I think Mali kind of touched the rear of Stiggy and he crashed out. But he didn't lose too much positions, I think about 2 or 3. But that most definitely will be a report, and that will be something I need to review. I'm not too sure if I commentate this tier, am I biased? I'm not, of course I'm not biased, but do the drivers think I'm biased? Meh. Ozan currently in P8, looking to make a move on Stiggy. He's 1.0 seconds behind. He's gonna have to DRS though, but I don't think he's gonna be close enough. Looking at GMAC, being in P4, he's looking to make a move down the inside, but he's gonna back out of it very rapidly. Let's see if he has a good exit coming out of this corner. And actually, if you look at the Alfa Romeo car, right? If you're looking at it at the front, it looks so much like a Ferrari car. Like the Ferrari from last year. Bro, it looks so much alike. But of course, I like the Alfa Romeo way more. Because for everyone who is new to the stream, I'm a big Alfa Romeo fan. So, in case you didn't know, buy me an Alfa Romeo cap whenever you've got money. This is not a... Well, actually, this is a sponsorship. Sponsor me, bitches. F-Star, now in P10. Ozan in P11, 4/10's difference, as F-Star just made that move on Ozan, but I think Ozan has fresher tires. He is on those hard tires. 3/10's difference, and he's braking very late here. But, I mean, Ozan, Tomat, and Mark, he seems to be struggling a little bit around Bahrain, because he wasn't really feeling very comfortable in the sprint race. And he isn't really feeling very comfortable taking these corners in the actual race. We are currently in lap 12. I think he came into the pits around lap 10. He switched over to the hard tires. But does that indicate that those medium tires don't last too long? Rockstar already coming into the pits, so that means he is going to switch over to the hard tires most definitely. Where is he going to come out of the pits? Where is he going to come out of the pits? Mali also coming into pits, where we're currently looking at a move from Ozan on F-Star. These two are having a heated battle. F-Star, the American driver. I think he is American. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he is. He's going to defend the inside line down the main straight. Is he going to come into the pits? For new tires, though, it would be the ideal time because he cannot battle too much with the AlphaTauri driver, mainly because then he will lose some time and he will indeed listen to my suggestion to come into the pits. D-Mort, the only medium tire driver who is staying out of the pit lane right now. Maybe Mini G and F-Star 2. Mini G is definitely not coming into the pits. Neither is D-Mort. So D-Mort is losing time battling the Alfa Romeo driver right now. So this might be great for Mali. Because, I mean, the Alfa Romeo driver, right? G-Mac, he might be slowing down the McLaren driver. And in that case, Mali is going to come out ahead of D-Mort. Especially here, the undercut is working perfectly for a lot of drivers. And we're seeing a lot of drivers making the undercut work. And whenever D-Mort is going to come out of the pits right now, we might be seeing Mali ahead. Mali right now coming into turn 11. There's going to be around 20 to 22 seconds of a difference. D-Mort, did he get those last couple of percentages off his medium tires, or did he just lose more time? I guess we will be waiting to see that. Let me have a quick look. Mali now P7 coming around the last corner, and D-Mort is definitely going to be ahead of Mali. Although, coming around the finish line right now, are we going to see Suarez ahead of D-Mort? We are going to see Suarez ahead of D-Mort, and is Mali going to be close enough to the McLaren driver? He might have crossed the pit lane there. The pit lane line, well, the white pit lane line, whatever you want to call it. But Mali is indeed close enough. 3/10 between the two. Stiggy and Ozan are having a heated battle, and Potty is trying to get involved. Potty might be able to make that move. Stiggy, who is on one lap old hearts. Potty makes the move down the inside of Tomatenplukker. Tomatenplukker, hear me. Tomatenplukker. This is so fun. I've missed this, guys. Mali right now in P7. By the way, if I'm saying too much, it's because I'm not very fluent after not speaking English for about 6 weeks. So that will be gone in a couple of weeks, I hope. Maybe days, maybe weeks, maybe months. But then you guys will be annoyed by all the uhs I say, of course. Haha. Mali 3/10 behind. I'm gonna have a quick look how many viewers I have. I've got 8, which is not too bad if you think about it. It's the legacy tier, and Reno is coming into pits. So is G-Mac and so is Yaram. So who's gonna come out ahead? I do think that Yarham is gonna be ahead of Suarez here. Suarez has such a big gap. Oh, Mali makes the move on D-Mort here in turn 1. I think there has been a little bit of a touch between Mali and D-Mort. And G-Mac is in P6. Potty made that move on Stiggy Luke. Very easy down the main straight. I mean, of course, with the use of DRS, it's always going to look easy. D-Mort, he is losing that position to Mali. And I don't think it was great. Because now he has G-Mac right behind him. And G-Mac is on medium tires, but these medium tires are not going to be lasting 14 laps. Maybe they are. But we saw Rockstar coming into the pits after lap 12. So that means those tires were lasting only 12 laps. Getting back to the back. Position 10 right now. I mean, Ozan Tomatenmark, it's not looking like it is his race. I mean, he has been overtaken by Stiggy. He has been overtaken by Real Potty. But talking about a bad race, why don't we talk about a good race? Because Suarez is currently in P3. He did just receive a 3-second time penalty, and that is going to be the first of this race. But Suarez, he was all the way at the back of the grid after an incident, I think. But right now, P3, he might not be able to make those medium tires last until the end of the race, because they have been on these, well, he has been on these medium tires for 6 laps already. And that means he would be on 90-lap-old mediums at the end of the race, so he might be switching over to soft tires the last couple of laps. And I'm not too sure how those soft tires worked out for F-Star during the sprint race. I didn't think he crashed in those. So it might be worth a shot to go onto the soft tires those last 8 or 7 laps. If you think about it, medium tires will last 12 to 14 laps. G-Mag being pretty close to D-Morts, and it's once again a 4-way battle between Suarez, Mali, D-Morts, and G-Mag, and we are seeing once again 2 Alfa Romeo drivers involved, and I do think this is one of the most consistent teams out there, because both of those drivers are having a combined points of 153, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, you can see that they're the most consistent. They're scoring the most points as a team, as we're looking at Mali trying to make a move down the inside of Suarez there. But how many positions is Suarez going to lose due to that 3-second time penalty? It might be 3, as G-Mag now makes the move down the inside of D-Morts with the use of DRS. That looked very easy, but Mali making the move down the inside of Suarez. Both Alfa Romeo drivers gaining 1 position. And I think Mali has that DRS again. Suarez will not have the DRS, or where's the detection point? It is Suarez who's going to have the DRS. G-Mag was looking to make a move on Suarez, but of course Suarez is trying to make that move on Mali, and Mali went defensive, but went back to the racing line straight away. And I think Mali has some great speed on those hard tires. He is actually the only hard tire runner in this 4-way battle. Mini G, who comes into the pits, he's P12 at the moment, but he's going for soft tires, so he might try to get the fastest lap on the board, and maybe also to see how many laps these soft tires last. But of course, a lot of guys are going to gain 1 more position due to Suarez coming into the pits, because as I said already, 12 more laps on these medium tires are not going to work out. And G-Mag looking to make a move on Suarez, 2/10 of a difference between the two. Suarez, who had a good exit coming out of that corner, but he is having a 5/10 difference. Well, 5/10 difference to Mali. And I think G-Mag is going to be more likely to make a move. Oh, there goes Mali, the Alfa Romeo driver. He lost it on the curb. And now it's going to be G-Mag down the inside here, down the inside of Suarez, and it's not looking like it's making a move. Suarez defending the outside position, and he just had better straight line speed. He also has the DRS though, because Mali caused the Williams driver to have DRS, so that's not too bad. He will also have DRS right here. No, he boned G-Mag down the inside into turn 4, and that will be moved on. D-Morts was looking to make a move too, but he was a little bit too optimistic right there. We're currently in lap 18. We've got Rockstar in P1, Yarham in P2, and G-Mag to complete the podium. Suarez in P4, D-Morts in P5, Wentic in P6, Mali in P7, Potty in P8, Stiggy in P9, and Ozen Tomatamatic in P10. Then, of course, we've got 2 soft tire runners in P12 and P13. They're attempting to have the fastest lap on the board here. Suarez will have DRS down this little straight, so will D-Morts, but mainly because Suarez has the DRS, D-Morts is not going to be able to make that move work. Now, Suarez is already losing some big time, actually, if you think about it. 1.3 seconds only in that sector 2, 1.5 seconds right now. So these medium tires are really dropping off compared to the 4-lap-old hard tires that D-Morts is running on right now. Is going to make a move down the inside. It wouldn't be very smart. So D-Morts is just going to make a move down the main straight, because Suarez will not have the DRS. He's taking those track limits. Well, he's taking those track curb, whatever they are called, till the extreme. And that's mainly the reason why he has that 3-second time penalty, because he's taking them to the extreme. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And in Suarez's case, it didn't already. And I think he caught another warning right there. coming into turn 15 down the main straight. It's not looking great for the Williams driver because one, he has that 3-second time penalty, and two, he will have to come into the pits one more time to be able to finish the race on these medium tires. So, I mean, not these medium tires, of course, but other medium tires or maybe soft tires. Plus, my salad is pretty close to Mini G right here, all the way in P12. And he's going to have the DRS. And Mini G, a 130.8. Wait, hold up. Mini G was... Wait, plus my salad is getting closer to Mini G, so it wouldn't make too much sense that Mini G has a better lap. Ha! Interesting. Alright, Suarez right now in P5, right behind D-Morts. Nah, I'm not too sure. Suarez, the strategy of him coming into the pits very early might have not been fantastic. It might have not been fantastic. And it's 9 more laps on the board right now. They're currently entering lap 20. And it looks like a Rockstar is gonna win this race. I'm not gonna say that for sure yet because I don't want to have any like commentators curse or something, but it's looking great for the Haas driver, and that way he's gonna score some good points for the Drivers' Championship. Seems like Mini G has been overtaken by Toss My Salad. They're having a heated battle entering Sector 3 right now. Mini G, who will have a wide line coming into turn 14. 13, of course, and then now he's going down the main straight around the outside. I'm not too sure if that's a very smart move to make into turn 14, and he will have a better exit too. The Mercedes driver has to give that position again, although who will have DRS? It seems like that's going to be Mini G. And Mini G will take P12 right here. He made that move not look easy, actually. If you think about it, going into turn 14 is never an easy move to make. But it happened smooth, and to make a good overtake, you always need 2 people to participate. To participate nice. You know, you've got Mini G, the guy who's making the overtake, but of course the guy who's getting overtaken needs to participate and anticipate on that move too, because if one of the two doesn't work, or like one of the two doesn't work, one of the two doesn't want the overtake to happen, of course, Toss My Salad doesn't want that overtake to happen, but he needs to participate in a clean way, because otherwise they're just going to spin together, and then you're going to be having a battle again, and then it's going to be a circle of overtakes and like crashes and all that kind of stuff. So back to Suarez right now, who's 5 tenths behind D-Morts. So it seems like he's sticking down the tail. Is that a word? I don't think it is a word. He's sticking on the tail of the McLaren driver right now, but Reno Wentic is actually coming very close. Mali spun himself. Oh no, Toss Myself retired from the session, and it's going to be a safety car situation. Big safety car situation, and this is my hero because I had to go to the toilet already since the sprint race. So, all my days. I'm so happy it's a safety car. So yeah, I really wonder who's going to come into the pits right now. I do think a lot of people are coming into the pits. Let's go to the race leader right now. F-Star is coming into the pits. He's going for soft tires. Good choice. Mini G is also possibly going to come into the pits for soft tires. He is indeed. But what is Rockstar going to do? Coming around the last corner right now. Is he going to stay on these hard tires? It wouldn't be very smart. If you ask me, he is coming into the pits. What tire is he going on? Mediums or softs? To be safe, I would go for medium tires. Just because you don't know what the other guys will do. Of course, a lot of guys might go for soft tires, but still, if you want to anticipate on tire degradation and all that kind of stuff. Yarham is staying out. Yarham is taking the race lead. But of course, Rockstar on these soft tires is going to be very fast, and Yarham is the only driver who's not going to come into the pits. So I will take a break here, and we will be right back with you. It will take 1 minute, hopefully. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back once again. Everyone went for soft tires. Oh, toss my salad. I think he came into the pits to DNF. Or did he DNF already? I think he DNF'd already. He did indeed, because he didn't go for soft tires, so... Wait, I think he just retired from the session. But Yarham, what a strategy not going for the soft tires. And I guess we will be seeing if it worked out. I don't think it is. It is going to, because he's going to lose a lot of positions. Rockstar will make that move. GMAC will make that move. D-Morts will make that move. Maybe Suarez too. And the strategy that Suarez has gone for is absolutely amazing. Starting on the hards, going on to the mediums at around lap 6, 7. I'm not too sure when he went. And then come into the pits when there was a late safety car. And he made that work perfectly right now. He still has that 3-second time penalty. And the grid is going to be very close to each other. So he might be dropping a couple of positions. But Mali, who is in P7, is leaving a gap of 1 second. Ozen also. Interesting. Yeah, we've seen some great racing around Bahrain. I mean, 1 or 2 incidents, but it wasn't that serious. Maybe Antronzik can toss my salad who had an incident. And then of course we had Mali spin. Did we have any other incidents? I think there was a reason why Stiggy was way down. Is the safety car coming in right now? That's going to be the question. It is not coming into the pits. Interesting. Interesting, because... Oh, yeah, it is because Mini G is all the way at the back. Maybe it is to save the tires? To have fresher tires at the end of the race? Because they still have to be on... Well, on these tires for 6 more laps. And coming across the line right now, they're going to be around... Well, they're going to be 8 lap old. So... The longer you are behind the safety car, the fresher they're going to be at the end of the race. It seems like Stiggy also has a 3-second time penalty. I'm not sure when he got that. Let me have a quick look. 3-second time penalty for Suarez, 3-second time penalty for Stiggy. Tire-wise, everyone is on soft except for Yarham, and then we've got position changes. 1 position gained for Yarham, but of course he's going to lose that again due to him not being on soft tires. Then you've got Team Morts gaining 2, Suarez being the second biggest winner with 7 positions gained, and then you've got Reno Wentic with 8 positions gained, which is actually very great. Mali with 1 position gained, and then Potty, that 1 lap where he lost so many positions, I'm not too sure what was up with him. It might have been confidence, because that first overtake wasn't really great. He might have made a mistake right there, and then once you made a mistake and you're gonna get overtaken, it might get into your head. And of course, once it gets into your head, you're just gonna make more mistakes and more mistakes. And the guys behind him just took advantage out of that and just took the opportunity. You know, they took the opportunity to make that move. He lost 4 positions in 1 lap. Mainly 1 to Stiggy, but I think Stiggy is right behind him, so I'm not too sure what happened there. He might have got that position right back from the Mercedes driver, but safety car is in this lap. Entering sector 3. They will have to leave a bit of room to the safety car, because of course entering that lap 25 you don't want to end up on the rear of the safety car. They're all warming up their tires right now. It's gonna be not 5 red lights, because those were at the beginning of the race. But your Ham goes really slow. He goes really slow. When is he gonna go? Before or after the corner? He's gonna go after, well, through the corner actually. There is a little bit of a gap forming between D-Morts and GMAC. but G-Mac was really close to Rockstar. There's a 1/10 difference between Rockstar and Yarham. Yarham now defends the inside line, but Rockstar just has way more grip on those soft tires. Is he going to make the switchback work? Doesn't look like it. Yarham with a good defense here. The Aston Martin driver defending the inside line once again, going on the outside line as Rockstar was not able to get any closer. Soft tires might have... Oh, side by side 3DSs. Side by side 3DSs. Rockstar made that move, although they're still going side by side. They're leaving each other enough room to make it work. And now it's going to be Rockstar with that P1 position. Beautiful move from the Haas driver. And now G-Mac in P3 looking to make a move on that Aston Martin driver who's running old medium tires. And the Morts in P4. Rockstar, is he going to get this P1 on the board? I do think so, because G-Mac is not able to get this position from the Aston Martin driver anytime soon. Yarham is a fighter, like I said. He is a battler. He's a biter, and he doesn't want to give that P2 position away to the Alfa Romeo driver. Now, D Morts, he is battling out here, but around the outside, it was not a great move, in my opinion, but the Alfa Romeo driver down the inside. He's already going to make that move before turn 14. And D Morts is just going to try and get that position from the Aston Martin driver, but it's not looking to make a move. And now Mali is trying to get himself involved into this four-way battle. Rockstar already has a 1.2 second gap. And D Morts now making a move around the outside of Yarham. Yarham took that position right back. Now Suarez down the inside of the McLaren driver. Mali is looking to make a move around the outside, and there's damage. It's not damage, but it's an incident between Mali and D Morts. And this might be a controversial incident, because G-Mac and Mali are both in driver championship contention. And D Morts dropping back all the way to P11. He's not going to score too many points. He is going to be frustrated, especially with his main rival being in P1. Suarez in P4. Is he going to make a move on Yarham? It's looking like it, but if I were Yarham, I would just let Potty go past, and Suarez already made that move into turn 12. It's not looking great for the Williams driver at the moment. I mean, Yarham just has to let his teammate go past, because right now he's just battling his teammate on all tires, and they're both going to lose time. Yarham might be able to get that position back from the Williams driver with the use of DRS. I'm not too sure if the DRS is enabled already. Rockstar with another fastest lap of 130.3. And indeed, Potty is going to make that move on his teammate with the use of DRS? Not with the use of DRS. Potty down the inside of Suarez. He was looking to make that move work, and Yarham, he's going a little bit too wide. Loses one position to Mali. Oh my days, the game is glitching again. Reno, what happened to Reno? Actually, he was looking to have such an amazing race, and currently looking at the P10. Having a battle with F-Star, now into turn 4. F-Star seems to be overtaken by D Morts too. So is D Morts going to get that position from his teammate? He should have that position mainly just because of Drivers' Championship. Let me have a quick look where Reno is. He's all the way in P9. So he is also kind of battling for the Drivers' Championship, because you do have 20 drivers on the grid, and there's going to be a lot of points to grab when you win one race. But I mean, P9 and P1 is a big difference, and D Morts now gets that position from his teammate Reno. What a nice move. Well, what a nice gesture from the McLaren driver. And now D Morts is looking to make a move on Mini G. There's a four-way battle. Reno gets that position again from D Morts, and now F-Star is looking to make a move around the outside of D Morts. It's not looking like it's working yet, but I mean, Reno just took back that position, said thank you very much, teammate. I'm gonna have a quick shot on Mini G here down the inside into turn 14. He's gonna use DRS coming out of turn 15 right now, and Mini G is defending the inside line. This is actually great. Reno defending the inside line. He's D-Mort's on the grass. D-Mort's on the grass. Oh my days, that was beautiful. By the McLaren driver, he might have to give that position again to Mini G. And it seems like Suarez has made the move on G-Mac here into turn 4. And they're going side by side through the S's. G-Mac is smart. He lets Suarez go past because he will have DRS. Oh, there has been an incident. D-Mort's in P11, and I think he had an incident with Reno Wentic too, because Reno is 5 seconds behind. But this is very smart from G-Mac. He just lets Suarez go past to have DRS down the main straight. But you have to think, you're going to have DRS down the main straight, but coming out of turn 3, the guy behind you, so the guy you just overtook, is going to have DRS too. So what do I want to do? Do I want to have DRS down the main straight, or do I want to have DRS coming out of turn 3? Because it's also a great overtaking opportunity coming out of turn 13. If you have a lot of ERS saved. I'm not too sure how much ERS everyone has saved. I need to have some kind of an app for that, because otherwise I'm not able to. My girlfriend is making these stupid videos and she's caught me off guard. I can't concentrate. All right, so G-Mac. Ooh, 5/10. That's too far back, and I think he will have to make that move coming out of turn 3 with the use of DRS. I'm not too sure. Mali making a move on Potty. Potty actually fighting back. Very nice. He's gonna try and make that switchback work. He had a good exit coming out of that corner. He will have DRS. Mali will not have DRS. Mali will have DRS, I'm afraid. So, oh no, D-Mort's retired from the session into the pit lane. Oh no, is Reno Wentic also gonna retire in the pit lane? I hope he isn't. Oh my days. Both McLaren drivers, I think it's some kind of protesting march. I'm not too sure, but they're currently coming into the pit lane, both of them, when it's the last lap, and I'm not too sure what I need to think of this. Well, I guess it is what it is. G-Mac now in P3, right behind Suarez. How many positions will Suarez lose? It will be 3, so he will be in P5. G-Mac and Mali will bump up 1 position, so will Real Potty. So Rockstar had an amazing strategy, started on those medium tires, ended on the hard tires, and I'm not too sure what happened to Yadham. But not going for those soft tires at the end of the race when there was a safety car wasn't the best decision from the Aston Martin driver. J-Mac coming across the line to capture his P2, because Suarez is gonna drop back all the way to P5. Congratulations to the race winner Rockstar. G-Mac in P2 and Mali in P3, so great points for the Aston Martin team, and we might be able to see the Haas team go back. Oh no, Rockstar, he doesn't have a good teammate, so they're all the way back in P6. Oh, this is catastrophic, but they might be able to score some good points for the constructors today. Driver of the day is Suarez. In my opinion, that is true. He had an amazing strategy going from hards to mediums to softs whenever there was a safety car. And you've got the German guy, the German person, the German driver at your P1 here on the podium. We've got a Scottish driver in P2 and a Swedish driver in P3. Congratulations to all 3 drivers, and this is the standings. Well, the results of the race. Here we go. Rockstar in P1 also has the fastest lap. Here we've got G-Mac in P2, Mali in P3, Potty in P4, and Suarez in P5. Actually, I think he's from Cuba or Puerto Rico, but I've never seen a driver from that region or that country. That's actually crazy. Puerto Rico, I think it is. Is it Puerto Rico? Google the flag from Puerto Rico is. I'm having someone Google it. Yeah. All right, so Stig in P6, Yadham in P7, Ozen Tomatenmark. He came all the way from P13, right now in P8. That's great. It is not the flag of Puerto Rico. Oh, wait. Panama? Mini G in P9, F Star in P10, D Morts, and Reno Wentic, who actually came into the pits at the end of the race just to retire. Yeah, it is the flag of Panama, so... well, Panama, that's actually a very small country, but I mean, so is Belgium. I'm not, I'm not roasting your country. Toss my Southern and Trozig DNF here, and it was a great race. It was a great race. We saw some good battles, and these guys were pretty clean. If you think about it, they were pretty clean. So, um, thank you guys all for watching. It was a great race. It was a great race, and I'm not too sure if you guys are still in the stream, but I don't know what to say. We saw so many good overtakes, and we saw a couple of incidents in Trans and Katas Mysellet, both McLaren drivers who came into the pits, and I don't know what I need to say about that. You know, they could have scored points because anyone, welcome F Star, anyone who finishes the race gets points. So they kind of lost about. Wait, how many points does the top 10 gets? I think it is 50 points for P1, 40 points for P2, 42? No idea. And then I think it is P10, 10 points, P9, no, P11, 9 points, and all the way to the bottom. So they would have gotten 8 and 7 points for constructors wise. It would have been great as they're not doing very great right now. Well, with this race, they're not doing very great for the constructors. And Haas is going to get closer. Aston Martin is going to get closer. Alfa Romeo is going to get closer. And I mean, Alfa Romeo already was first. And they're even going to get more first. They're going to get more ahead. But yeah, of course, I mean, nothing you can do about it. Aston Martin scored some great points. Haas, with that 50 points from Rockstar today, also with the 16 points he scored in the sprint race. So they're going to get quite ahead. Suarez also scored some good points for Aston Martin. I don't think there was any Ferrari driver who did a good result today. Neither did Red Bull. So yeah, there is a lot of drivers who, well, a lot of teams who scored a lot of good points, and a lot of teams who scored bad points. But I guess we will have to wait till next week, which will not be me, but will be your previous commentator, the Lizard. He's a great commentator, guys. Just support him whenever you can. And um, yeah, this will be my last race for you guys. I will be able to see, well, I will be able to be seen every Tuesday. The champion division and the elite division, it always depends on the day. Sometimes I'm streaming the champion tier and then the elite tier the last 15 minutes, and then it's the elite tier in the champions division the last 15 minutes. So, um, but yeah, I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. It's been a long time since I've streamed, so I wasn't able to see you later. Good job, thank you, F Star. Um, well, I wasn't able to practice my English well enough to be able to jump right into the stream and be. I'll watch the stream back. Appreciate that. Appreciate that always. You know, if you even watch the stream one time for like 2 minutes, that's also appreciated because it says one view. Well, one. How does it say that? Watch watch the stream. I'm not too sure, but the more how do you say that? The more streams I get watched, the more chance I get of getting a sponsor. You know, you see, I got one sponsor, which is um, that's appreciated. That's so much appreciated. But you know, I don't get any money out of it because I disabled my advertisements, so you guys don't get advertisements while watching the race. Because of course, who likes to get advertisements while watching a race? And that's not really nice. So I don't have any sort of income, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, I've got my sponsors. Um, yeah, I'm gonna shut off the stream right here. I hope you guys liked it. It was the Bahrain Grand Prix Season 6, Round 4 of the Legacy tier here in Power Grid Racing. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys another time. Peace out. I've got a certain screen, but I kind of forgot to put that, so I'm gonna do that right now. Hold up. Uh, stream has ended. I knew I forgot something. I always forgot something. Forget something. I don't even think I put it. Ah, yeah, I forgot to put it. I'm just gonna do it like this. Where is it? Here it is. Oh, nice. I'm just gonna clip out this part of the stream. It's not working. Nice. Love to see it. All right, here we go. There we go. Thank you very much, guys, and I will see you another day. Peace out.